Well, actually, he cost less than a Boxable. It cost like 45K or something. But I've done a lot with the place.
What if you could own a home without buying land, without a mortgage, and without a traditional utility bill ever? Sounds impossible, right? So why are so many people quietly asking, is Tesla about to break the housing system? Imagine a small, ultra-efficient home that costs less than many new cars, powers itself from sunlight, and can legally sit on land you don't even own. If a system like this actually exists one day, who gets left behind? Who finally gets a chance to own something? And what happens to the traditional real estate game? To be clear, what you're about to hear is a concept-level breakdown, a serious what-if scenario based on what Tesla already does in cars, batteries, and energy, not an official product announcement. But stay with me, because when you connect the dots, a Tesla-style tiny house isn't just a cute cabin. It's a potential weapon against the three biggest enemies of home ownership. Before we get into tech, ask yourself this: how many people do you know who are stuck renting? A retired couple whose rent climbs every year, a veteran who can't get a mortgage approved, a young family paying more for a tiny apartment than their parents paid for an entire house, if the system is working. Why are so many people locked out? Land prices are exploding. Property taxes drain your savings every single year. Permits can turn a simple small home into a multi-year headache. So here's the real question. Even if someone builds a cheap, efficient house, what's the point if land, tax, and red tape still crush you? That's where a Tesla-style solution gets interesting. The most powerful version of a Tesla tiny house doesn't try to politely fix the system. It walks around it. What if your home wasn't treated as traditional real estate at all, but as a mobile energy product you could live inside? In a few minutes, I'll show you what that might look like and how it could cost under $8,000. In this video, we're going to break three things down: how a Tesla-style tiny home could give you legal land access without buying property, what an under $8,000 fully powered unit it would actually include, and why this kind of home could quietly be more valuable to Tesla than some of their cars. If you're curious about the future of housing, hit subscribe now, because the next few minutes might change how you think about owning a home. One, land without owning land. First big question. Everyone hears free land access and thinks, wait, is someone giving away land? That's not how this works. The smarter move is this: you never own the dirt, but you still have the legal right to live there. How is that even possible? Public land zones plug in, don't purchase. Across the U.S., there are already millions of acres of public land where RV can park, campsites operate, temporary housing is allowed. So imagine this: what if Tesla, or any similar company, partnered with governments to create pre-approved tiny home zones? You don't buy land, you don't fight zoning boards alone. Instead, you get a simple option: bring your tiny house, pay a small site fee, live there legally under a larger agreement. Let me ask you, if the home is truly yours, do you care if the land is technically public? As long as you can live there safely and legally. Corporate and retail partners live where you shop. Now, think about another type of land: massive parking lots and unused corners around big stores and business parks. How many times have you seen huge empty areas that do nothing all day? What if those dead spaces turned into tiny home pads? For the landowner, they become new rental income, guaranteed loyal customers, and a positive public image. For you, they become a safe, legal place to live, walking distance from essential services, without traditional landlord drama. Imagine paying a flat monthly site fee that includes parking, power and water hookups, and basic maintenance of the area. Be honest, would you rather negotiate with 10 different landlords over your lifetime, or plug into one clear, transparent system? Tesla Energy Communities housing as a network. Now let's go one level deeper. Imagine a piece of land near a major highway or a solar farm. Most people see empty fields or just a charging station. But what if Tesla saw something else? A micro-village of tiny homes. Picture 10, 20, maybe 50 Tesla-style houses arranged around shared green space, centralized energy infrastructure, and high-speed charging. Here's the twist. Instead of paying separate bills to a landlord, an electric company, and a fuel station, you get one combined bill that could include your site, your home's energy, your EV charging, and possibly internet. At this point, you have to ask, are you just buying a house? Or are you buying into a whole lifestyle network? For Tesla, this isn't about flipping land like a real estate tycoon. It's about building a closed-loop ecosystem where your roof, your battery, your heating, your car are all running on Tesla technology. For you, it's a path to something the current system rarely offers, a home without a land deed, but with real control over your life. Inside the Tesla tiny house concept, what do you actually get for under $8,000? Let's answer the question everyone is silently thinking. Okay, this all sounds clever, but what does the actual house look like? Can something under $8,000 be more than a glorified shed? Size and structure a gadget you can live in? Think in the range of 350 to 400 square feet of interior space. Small, yes, but ask yourself, do you want a huge house you can never afford? Or a compact one you can actually own? The unit is sized to move on regular roads, avoid expensive oversized transport in many cases, stay light enough to relocate if your life changes. The structure isn't just sticks and drywall. It's closer to a scaled-up tech product, a simplified metal skeleton inspired by Tesla's existing manufacturing style. Imagine a house that feels less like random construction and more like a carefully engineered piece of hardware. Which would you trust more? A one-off build made by whoever your contractor hires, or a home that's gone through the same industrial discipline as a Tesla vehicle? Energy system, your personal micro-grid on the roof, a compact solar array. In the walls, wiring tuned for efficiency. In the core, a battery pack based on Powerwall technology. Everything inside runs on electricity, lights, cooking, heating, cooling. That means no gas hookups, no separate fuel bills, no arguing with the utility company about meters and service lines. Picture a clear sunny day. Your roof quietly generates more power than you use, tops up your battery, and maybe even charges your car. Let me ask you this. What feels more secure depending on a fragile grid and rising energy prices? Or owning a home that literally makes its own power, water, and climate-intelligent survival? Energy is one piece. But what about water, heating, cooling? A realistic Tesla-style tiny home would likely include a fresh water tank, a gray water recycling system that cleans and reuses shower and sink water, and a highly efficient heat pump adapted from their vehicle tech. Traditional HVAC systems in big houses pull massive power. A well-insulated tiny home doesn't need that kind of brute force. Instead, the system learns your routine, when you wake up, when you sleep, when you cook, and shapes its energy use around your life. Imagine living through a heat wave or cold snap and knowing, my house was built to survive this with minimum energy. Would that peace of mind be worth more to you than an extra empty room you never use? Interior space small, but human now. Step through the door. The goal is simple. This should not feel like a van or a storage container. So the interior design focuses on higher than usual ceilings for its size, big windows and skylights that pull in natural light, furniture that hides storage in every possible surface. You still have a real bed, a real kitchen, a real bathroom. But almost every object does two jobs. Stairs that are also drawers, walls that are also cabinets, tables that flip from dining to desk. Ask yourself honestly, what matters more, square footage on paper, or a space that's actually designed around how you live every day? 3. Who would actually live like this? The people this could change everything for tiny homes on social media are usually framed as a lifestyle flex. Look how minimalist I am. But a Tesla-style tiny house would quietly target a very different audience. Think about retirees whose fixed income is being crushed by rent, veterans who are tired of being rejected by banks, low-income families priced out of every decent neighborhood, remote workers who don't need downtown living but still want access to cities. For them, the math today is brutal. Rent goes up, energy prices go up, food goes up, and their ability to save for a traditional home barely exists. Now compare that to this idea, a home under $8,000, no six-figure land purchase, a transparent, manageable site or community fee, and energy systems built to slash monthly costs. Which life would you rather choose? 30 years of rent or a small, efficient home you can actually own, even if the land underneath it is part of a bigger network? 4. Why Tesla would bother. Tesla's real game, ecosystem, not just homes. One more question. Why would Tesla even consider something like this? Where's the profit in a cheap house? The answer is simple. It's not just about the house. Tesla doesn't just sell cars. They sell batteries, chargers, solar roofs, grid services. A tiny house plugs perfectly into that vision. Each tiny house buyer isn't just a one-time customer. They're a long-term player in Tesla's ecosystem. They use Tesla energy products. They charge Tesla cars. They live in Tesla-powered communities. So you have to ask yourself, is the ultimate Tesla product really just a car? Or is it an entire way of living built on their technology? 5. Would you live in a Tesla tiny house? Let's end with the only question that really matters. Would you actually live this way? Some people will always want a big traditional house, a private yard, their name on a land deed. And that's fine, but for millions of others, that option isn't just difficult, it's completely unrealistic. For them, a Tesla-style tiny home isn't a toy. It's a lifeline, a realistic path to ownership, a way out of endless rent, a home that fights back against rising costs with design and technology. So tell me in the comments, if you could own a smart, solar-powered Tesla tiny home for under $8,000, live legally on leased land and cut most of your monthly bills, would you do it? Type Tesla home if you'd seriously consider it, and no way if you'd still choose a traditional house. If you know someone who's struggling with rent or dreaming of owning a home, share this video with them. Sometimes just seeing a new possibility is the first step out of a hopeless situation. Make sure you're subscribed, because in a future deep dive we'll explore what full Tesla villages could look like and how combining housing, transport, and energy into one package might be the most disruptive move the company ever makes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.